Israel. And as the custom of the Yeshiva, which was proposed by Rav Soloveitchik Zatzal, that after davening today, we say a Hallel without a bracha. And personally, I'm very uncomfortable with this custom because coming from a background of love and passion for Medinat Yisrael, I felt it lowered the standing of the day because I felt without a bracha it's just a hillen, and we should, it should be an established Hallel. So I was very bothered with this custom of Hallel without a bracha. But after I finished shiur on the significance of Hallel by Rabbi Hack, I realized a new approach. And I would like to share this approach with you that the Rav did not really have in mind. And I feel that there's more meaning and emotion to the Hallel, and to the day. So the question I ask you is, why is Hallel said today without a bracha? Well, another time we say Hallel without a bracha is actually on Leil HaSeder, not the Seder of Pesach, where if you can recall that during the Seder, our Hallel is without a bracha. And the reason is that there's really two types of Hallel. The first type of Hallel, which we are all familiar with, is actually the Hallel we say on Yom Tov and Hanukkah. It's called the Hallel Shel Kriyah, the Hallel of reading, which is said it's an established Hallel that we say with a bracha. But the other type of Hallel is called a Hallel Shel Shiur. It's a Hallel of song that comes from the heart. This type of Hallel is one that's said after surviving a tragedy or after being liberated from a tragedy. If one were being liberated from Egypt, or if one were being freed from the horrors of the death camps, it would be appropriate to say a Hallel Shel Shiur. And this type of Hallel, it's a little bit different because it's a bit different to make a bracha on it. So what happens during the Seder night? We reenact the experience of Yetziat Mitzrayim. We make the story of Egypt our own episode of triumph. We make sure that everyone fulfills the obligation of Viros Haatzmaut Hallel, that every Jew is obligated to fulfill, every Jew is obligated to see himself as if he left Mitzrayim. And that it is our story, it is our own. We are living through the process of of slavery going through freedom. And after seeing all the miracles and after going through all the horrors, what do? We praise God with everything in our hearts, everything in our souls, and we burst out in Hallel. This Hallel comes out spontaneously. You can't make a bracha and it just comes out randomly. So what happened 61 years ago? I'll give you two numbers. 61 years ago, at the beginning of the Independence War, 6 Arab countries attacked the one big old Jewish country. Israel was on average 4 to 5 miles wide, which many of you can walk in an hour and a half. Not very big. 300 Arab tanks were fighting against 2 Israeli tanks. Most, but not all, Israeli soldiers had a gun. Israel had 12 planes. These planes did not have armaments. These are the planes that you see by the beaches carrying flags as they're standing. There were 4 artillery units, which were from the Franco-Prussian War in the 1870s. The Arabs planned a 5-day war. They planned on taking over Israel and conquering the lands in 5 days. And not only did we win that war, we counterattacked, and we got all the lands that the Arabs planned on capturing. Hundreds of thousands of Jews were returning to their homeland from Europe to the Arab Sephardic lands. Israel had only 600,000 citizens, and the Israeli soldiers were men that just came out of the concentration camps, and then they were told to fight. So what is the question I asked you? I asked you, why is there a Hallel today without a bracha? And I said that it's similar to the Hallel on Leil HaSeder, that we relived our own story of affairs of our own redemption. Gentlemen, every week we say, Baruch es Medinat Yisrael, the blessed state of Israel, the beginning of the blossom of our redemption. We are living during the Geula. We are living during the redemption. Israel not only gave us a promised land, it gave us, it changed the status of the Jew. It changed the wandering, powerless, victimized Jew of 2,000 years to the self-determined, to the powerful, proud, strong warrior
called the Jewish people, the Jewish nation, Am Yisrael. And our country is continuously growing with the same motivations and dreams of 61 years ago. On Yom Haatzmaut, we not only remember the soldiers who fought and died 60 and 70 years ago. We not only remember those who fought and died 42 years ago. We remember those who fought and died in Gaza last winter. We remember Ehud Goldwasser, Eldad Regev, Nachshon Waxman, Roe Klein, Yoni Netanyahu, Harold Mermelstein, the 8 souls that were killed at Merkaz Harav. Because the dream of 1939 years is the dream of 61 years, is the reality of today. We are living through the same dream. We are still living the Nes Medinat Yisrael, and we always will live this Nes. Gentlemen, let us sing our Hallel Shel Shira together out of spontaneity, joy, and gratitude to HaKadosh Baruch Hu.